Hello, viewers and watchers. This is Kenya News Alert and bado tupo hapa kwenye Paradise Hub. Yes, mandhari masafi sana. Kuna chakula chema. And today we're doing government and history, but outdoors. I am your host, House of Zulfa, and this is
Lewis Philip.
okay. Lewis. Tumeshinda nawe the entire day. Hapa kwenye mandhari ya Paradise Hub. Ndio Niambie. Kwenye hiki kikundi cha government and history, we discuss, and yesterday you were with us, yeah?
Yeah.
We discussed about Dedan Kimathi. But yesterday we were talking of him as a man. Dedan Kimathi, the son, the brother, the father, the husband, yeah? That is what we were talking about.
Yeah.
So, we're going to do this show briefly, in a brief way, because of time. But, tell me, if you're tuning in right now, mtazamaji wetu mpendwa, tunaongelea Dedan Kimathi. Na hii show, sababu it's a new show, government and history, that is historia na serikali. Tutakuwa tunaongelea history ya the people who fought for this country, how it came to be that it is right now, the history of the government, how do they correlate, and how do they relate to make a Kenya, you know, a great Kenya. So, tushajua kuhusu Dedan Kimathi, tukajua alizaliwa na Waibudhe, babake alikuwa ameaga before wazaliwe. His mother was a single mother, you know. He went to school when he was 15 years old.
Yeah.
He went to the army.
Yeah.
He was a teacher, you know, and he married Mukami, and he had his beautiful 9 children.
Yeah.
So now we want to talk about Dedan Kimathi now
As a hero.
Yeah, as the freedom fighter, as the hero that we all know now, as the street of Nairobi. Sindio?
Yeah. The street that was named after him.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we have like roughly 30 minutes to discuss about this. So I want us to go and deeper on the points.
Yeah.
Sindio? Twende sasa. Who is Dedan Kimathi to you as a freedom fighter?
To me, as a citizen, I'm not a freedom fighter. To me, Dedan is a hero. To me, he's a change maker. He's a visionary. Someone who saw, who envisioned Kenya not as a country, but as a free nation. Not as a country which was under any bondage, but as a country that everyone had freedom of speech, had the freedom to correlate, had the freedom to travel without, and every child out there had the freedom to go to school, to learn.
You know, my dear guest, Lewis,
Yes.
it was a tense moment.
Yeah.
It was a very, very tense moment.
Yeah.
Imagine being born where you know hauwezi pita kwa ile njia. Na si eti hapo kuna umbwa, sababu you will be shot down.
Yeah.
Hauwezi ongea design fulani because you'll be taken to concentration camps. And you're in that state. And now you're a grown man, you know, you've been living here for like 30 years and it is still the same. And now your children, you're like, okay, ndakufa hivi na watoto wangu watabaki into this. And if no one doesn't speak up, people are going to die. And my children might not even own this land. Because they say they were fighting for their land. And Wagikuyu, they say, Wayaki is freedom.
Yeah.
So Wiyaki.
Yeah,
freedom.
Wiyaki.
So they were fighting for their freedom. And now Dedan Kimathi with Dwight Mukami, they sit down. Now, I'm thinking somewhere in a heart, John and the fire is like there. And you're doing it in harsh voices because unajua then you couldn't just speak out.
Yeah.
So wako like, no, so they were the first freedom fighter.
No.
They were there, but hapo wamejoin bado. So what do you think? Unajua kama sisi unajua kuna watu wanavuta bangi na unaweza kuvuta bangi.
Yeah.
What makes you mpaka ifike kwa like now let me go search them.
Okay.
Unajua kuna klabu nyingi but hujaingia kwa klabu.
Yeah.
Then one day unaenda kuingia kwa klabu. So now this is then and Kimathi and Mukami. Wakicha na kwa like walai. Maybe even their child was harassed. We don't know.
Yeah.
Unajua kwa kila creative thing is what if their child was harassed and they're like, I know.
Hii imefika mwisho.
Imefika
mwisho.
So,
if we put it that way, that will also be
I'm sorry.
our motivation.
It's windy.
Yeah.
It's windy here. We should let our ears play.
Too bad I don't have any. So that was the motivation.
Yes.
And we are told that anything can motivate you.
Yes.
And there is this movie I was watching that said everyone is a ticking bomb. You just have to know the right button to press. Yeah. Because if you have a yellow line and you have a red point, Mali, if I cross it, Zulfa, no matter how friends we are, itaishia hapo. And you can even swallow me alive. So I'm sure there is Mali ilifika nani akaona hapana, hapa ni mwisho. They have taken our land, they have taken our
this. That and you have taken me like back. That everyone has like that, the taking bomb.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And you've taken me really back. About something when you umesema hivyo. But let us get back to the freedom fighters.
Okay. So, as I was saying.
So walifika a place wakapiga, walikuwa kwa yellow line. Sawa, venye alienda kwa kuwa soldier. So that was the yellow line.
Yeah.
But sasa red line yake udhani ilifika wapi?
Red line,
like I know.
Red line I'm sure ilikuwa maybe one of because one of the reasons was because of the oppression that African soldiers were going through. That can make sure maybe even his brother was oppressed. Maybe he died in that minute, or his child
and
was.
He had 3 brothers.
Yeah, or his child was shot.
Or he was harassed.
Yeah, he was harassed by those people.
Or his daughter was forced to go and bring some cotton, or to go wash toilets for a white man.
You see, yeah. Or maybe even they came to his home and said they threatened his land where he was after taking millions and millions. Yeah.
But maybe. And because obviously there's something in the set of akaingia kwa forest.
Yeah.
You decide to kuacha home kitanda yako uende ingie kwa forest.
Mimi
ukijua now this is a death sentence.
You can imagine sasa mimi niache dufe yangu. Na niache hiyo smooth mattress.
Yes.
Niende nikalale kwa manyasi.
Yeah.
That must be something very you can imagine.
And vitu nyingi spiders. And some dangerous and poisonous things.
I'm afraid of such things. So that means that maybe what motivated him might be much greater than his love for life, you know. Akiingia hapo alikuwa anajua this is a situation of life and death. Nikipatikana I am dead. So nikiingia hapa I am getting here knowing very well that I am fighting for the freedom of this country, for the future. Because I'm sure hakuwa anaona tu hapa. Unajua sometimes what leaders fail to see is that they just look at the smaller picture.
Yeah.
Wanaangalia tu hapa chenye watakula saa hiyo. Like sasa hizi when someone is angry, they'll just see my chips and they'll be like, "Wa si anakula poa." So some leaders were like, "Okay, sawa, hii yenye nakula, kesho nitakula hii." No, he was like, hii yenye nitakula haitoshi, si sawa. Kesho nataka kukula something better. Maybe mine is chips and nini. So kesho nataka kukula, let's say pizza, you know? And I want to eat it freely, you know? Yeah, so Kimathi was like, today I'm hiding, but I want to make sure when I come out of this hiding place, I am going to a free country.
Yes.
I am going to live a free life.
Ama if I die, Rojo, do you know his slogan was what? We fight till the last gun.
Wah! Makofi kwake. She knows.
A moment of silence.
A moment.
We fight till the last gun. Upate hakuna gun anymore ya kufight.
Yeah.
That man was like, I'm going to die here. Like the way I told you, Spartans used to know nikienda huko unajua Spartans aungeacha your arrow and your bow. Aungeacha ile shield yako. Ukiacha you have to go back for it. That shield. Afadhali ukufe ukichukua hiyo shield yako. You know? And let us say Dedan Kimathi's shield was his country, his land, the freedom of Kenya, the freedom of Africa. Because now these aliens had come to Africa and they were scrambling and partitioning Africa. And it's like now our Africa wasn't our own. They were telling us, stop speaking in your Gikuyu language, stop speaking in your Kikamba language, stop speaking your Taita, your Bagusi, your Baluya. We want to speak just an English, just one language. So they're changing everything about you. They're sending you to wars, to fight to wars that are doing the name.
That was the hardest. I am sure, as a reincarnation of a freedom fighter, I am sure. Yeah, I am sure that was the hardest thing to do. Knowing that you're going to die, Zulfa, knowing that, Zulfa, you're not going to leave this place alive, no matter what you do. It's either you die here, or someone else dies. Or someone else dies.
Or someone else. Kuna rafiki waniambiaga alikuja akalewa na Mkisii.
Yeah.
Kulewa na Mkisii, unajua Mkisii na bakige tu wako na hasira, wako na nini, sawa? So windy, yeah? Yeah. But we must embrace his nature. Hii ndio kitu yenye nani alipigania. Dedan Kimathi alikuwa anapigania. Hii hewa ikugonge hivyo bado kula kwenye paradise.
Yeah.
So our viewers, yeah, if you need anything advertised, if you want us to work with you, there's a number that there's a number in your screen that you can call, you can chat with, and we will talk to our team, Kenya News Alert team, our executive producers, and then they will tell you how we can locate you and how we can come to work with you. Because Dedan Kimathi alipigania mpaka tufanye advertisements na wewe.
Yeah, by the way.
So we do it till the last advertisement.
Yeah, till the
last gun.
Yeah.
So what am I saying? Akaniambia alikuja akaona na Kisii. Sawa?
Yeah.
Unajua kuna hii rumor ya Kisii wana vita. Wakisii wanapigana.
Yeah.
So she tells me that Kisii alikuja eti akajam siku moja. Nikapata amempiga mara 2-3. Mara 4 alifunga mlango.
Okay.
Nakamwambia it's either I die or you die. Unaona?
Yeah.
Then 20. 20 is either you die
or I die.
Naseke tu Wakisii wako na hasira. Hata mimi ni Mbaluya niko na hasira.
Yeah.
20, you know?
Yeah.
And they fought. Let me tell you, they fought. Alichukua mlango akafunga na akaweka kiti hapo. Ndio kusikuja mtu wa nje ati akuja kusaidia tibaki kuna mtu amesaidia.
Yeah.
That is what Dedan Kimathi did. Au timu kona asili, timu kona guns.
Hey.
We are going to make our own makeshift guns. And they used to make makeshift guns with like door handles, yeah? Wanatumia hiyo handle, sijui hiyo konji.
Yeah.
Sijui kwa na make aje, but they used to use them. They were really creative.
Yeah.
And you've given me ati walikuwa wanatumia viatu, wanavaa viatu aje.
Yeah, walikuwa wanavaa viatu. Mguu inaangalia nyuma, kiatu kiangalia mbele. So, if they are going south, if you look at the footprints, you'll see the footprints are going north. So that is how creative they were. If they are going west, their shoes, they will convert them and utaona wanaenda east. Yeah, they were like, and that thing really worked. Sana. Until I don't know, maybe somebody alikuja kuwageuzia. Because they were traitors. Yeah. There were traitors.
And there's this lady, I know she wrote something. She said that it used to give them nicknames. No, they was ilikuwa ni kama unashanga a Russian spy movie.
Yeah.
It was the same exact way. Alikuwa anawapea nicknames upate your name would not be revealed. Sasa anakuita wewe sijui ni Nyawa Anthony, something way the mother of the birds, you ni something any names.
Yeah.
So I can't know. Sasa akisema mtu ni fulani sitajua nani.
Yeah.
I just like to say ati Philip Lewis, no nishajua.
Yeah.
But if I call you like something like the tree, who will know who is the tree?
Nobody.
You only the answer to kwa crowd ikisema the tree should bring trees, you will understand.
Yeah.
But if I say Philip Lewis now, because the only one, it was a very bad time.
Yeah.
Sindio?
Yeah.
Continue, my brother.
So, ulikuwa unapata with their creativity, those guys knew that knew survival. Then it was survival for the fittest. And it's at times like those that we as a country need to acknowledge the creativity of our leaders and the struggles of our independence. And we should also know that as a country, not only strength can win,
Yes.
even brain.
Even praying
Yeah, even brain
can win.
can win. So yeah,
You
we should
know,
appreciate our creativity.
Yes.
Because ukikaa chini Zulfa leo fikiria. Do you know, just by using your brain, you can become a millionaire in the right way? Because
do you know by then we don't use even at 10% of our brains.
yeah,
We don't.
We don't.
But this Kimathi guy, when ukifuatilia, and I want to listeners, you know, and viewers, go back there. Enda uingie kwa blanketi, uchukue maji yako, ukikunywa pale ama juisi lako, and I want you to see how Kimathi was doing things. Yeah, Kimathi was like a genius. And I've said there's this question they were asking: is Kimathi the president that Kenya will never have?
yeah.
Same yeye pekee alipigana, but he is the guy. So let us go. Tell me the days that yenye alishikwa.
It was around 19. If I have the correct name, he was arrested at.
When he was
Yeah.
he was captured.
Yeah.
And you know the
He
person
was at
that Wawere, not something Wawere when alimshoots. Alimpata alikuwa anavuka. Anavuka valley.
Yeah.
Sawa? Na kwenye kuvuka ile valley, he shot him.
Guy.
Alimshoot. Alivomshoot, alimpata alikuwa ameshika miwa na panga. Unadhani alikuwa njaje naenda because yeye alishika alikuwa amekondeana sana.
Yeah, you can see even his last picture. Akiwa nini huko nini where he is supposedly to be buried after his execution. You can see how venye alikuwa ameisha, you know. The food is taken, the land is taken. Sasa hapo ndio wanatoa chakula. And you can imagine kama hakuna chakula. There is like they are all hungry. Ni lazima aingie huko ndani kabisa. Atafute miwa. The likes of miwa, the likes of the wild fruits even, you know.
Okay. So let us read, yeah. Inasema Dedan Kimathi wa Shiore, born Kimathi wa Shiore 31st October 1920, was the leader of Kenya Land and Freedom Army during the Mamau uprising.
Yeah.
That was from 1952 to 1960. Against the British colonial rule in Kenya in the 1950s. He was captured by the British in 1956 and executed in 1957. Kenya gained independence in 1963. Ndio?
Yeah.
Okay. Kimathi is credited the leading efforts to create formal military structures within the Mau Mau and the governing and the convening a war council in 1953. Do you know there's something else? Do you know this person had built a parliament called Forest?
Parliament?
Yes. Elected and the parliament was running. Like alikuwa sio kama amesoma kajua how they do it, the British.
Yeah.
Alikuwa the same way kwa Forest. Ako anafanya the bullshit things. He also had kept a personal diary that he used to document kila kitu nani. Sawa eh? So this guy ako anafanya hivi kitu kiolela. Yani mtu ni kama I can say that God has anointed him. Huyu ni kama David Belko kwa kimbia
na Saul.
Huko kwa caves, yeah. Yani this guy we shall never know. And right now here mpaka saa hii familia yake bado iko injustices.
Yeah.
Mnasikia hata bones zao bado mpaka hajasewa jipewa. The bones because he was married in
nini
Kamiti. Na mpaka alibariwa kama mfungo wa mikono. Na mpaka wa leo Kenya has never given them the bones, the remains of their father to bury him in a free land because Kamiti bado umeshikwa.
Yeah.
So sad.
Very.
So sad.
You know, I usually say that history is missing some parts. because you know Queen Lady Jane Grey from England. She's a queen that England never had. You know Paul Gay, that is a president that Kenya never had. You know that Kimathi, Dedan Kimathi, is a president that Kenya never had. You know, those and history will always remain blank of their achievements. And as it remains blank, unless we say that in an alternate universe, those people lived.
Any of these people,
But what they could have done, their visions for their countries, just died with them. Lady Jane Grey was executed 9 days after his coronation.
Her coronation.
Her coronation. Paul Gay was assassinated. Is it assassinated?
Yeah. Assassinated.
So you can imagine. Kimathi, he was sold out
by his own person.
By his own people.
For 60 shillings, no, 150 euros. That is 27k. But what was sugar ni kama Yesu mwenyewe alizwa na
that yeah, that is silver.
What was sugar?
But do you know this one haikuwa imefika at that point. Inafikanga at a point that you are like, yes, ikifika hapo, yeah, tunaweza expect. But haikuwa imefika hapo. Haikuwa imefika to a point that one of our own who understands us, who is born in our own area, you know, ingekuwa sasa ni mtu kutoka nje, yeah,
na mnatumika vibaya. Tuseme mko mjengo mahali na mnatumika vibaya. Na tuseme for manuel anatumia vibaya. But huyo mtu yeye ako willing kulipwa so tatu mjengo. Na nyinyi mkiongea enda kusema huko. So maybe that is the person. Si mtu ambaye alimshoot alikuwa ni part of the guards. Na I heard that alinuaga basi ambayo ijetumika mpaka wa leo. And his students have had the same fate of walikuwa Muririmo wa Kimathi. You know, the end of Kimathi.
Yeah.
You are the people who, yani alikuwa hiyo kitu chochote akinunua akafungua restaurant inachorwa hivyo na watu. Muririmo wa Kimathi. The end of Kimathi. The end of Kimathi. So Kimathi, guys, is one of the, we will never know. But at least we can have some clues when you look at him, when you look at his IQ, when you look at the man he was, the way he made decisions, the way he executed his plans.
Yeah.
I think he was executed in 1957, and he was caught, captured in 1956, and died in 1956 by hanging. And his wife then alikuwa jela.
Alikuwa jela pia.
Alikuwa wanafanya pamoja.
Yeah.
Beke alikuwa jela then. Akaambiwa njoo uone watoto. But when she went there with watoto, akaja kuja ona bwanako the last time. When alifika hapa akapata bwanake ashahangiwa. Yani like they were playing psychological wars with the families of the people. Kuja uone bwanako at the last time na watoto, and then you come to find it's just a body. So umekuja, it's like they're showing you ndo huyu ulikuwa nadhani ni mwanaume fulani
ni mortal. Do you know?
These people weren't fair to us.
These people are not fair.
And
that is not combat.
Are like the way they are right now.
Yeah.
Like blacks were like, whoa, this is why. This is why.
And I don't think, as an admirer of England, I don't think, I do love England. It is my dream country. But when I remember what England did, though we are told let bygones be bygones, some things are hard to forget, you know. I don't think if the family of those people will ever forgive them.
How will you ever forgive?
They can't. You can imagine.
And you've seen your videos of your father being kutumiwa vibaya. And you know watoke bado wako alive mpaka saa hii.
Yeah.
You know watoke they are alive mpaka saa hii. So tell me. How would you look at them and be like?
All you can do is just say that. As they knew they were getting into that kind of place, they were ready for it. And we congratulate them and we thank them.
You know, I was talking to someone yesterday. Na akaniuliza you know it can happen.
Yeah.
So psychologically, unafaa kuwa prepared. Something can happen, but you must be positive. So maybe at the moment that these people chose to go fight.
Yeah. We are told, hope for the best, but expect the worst. So they were hoping for a free country, but expecting death, you know. And psychologically, I'm sure that even the wives, they knew how dangerous this was.
It was, but they were willing because.
Yeah, because they love the country.
Yani hii ni kama kitendo venye wanawake wasipata walikuwa wanaacha bwana zao wakapigana.
Yeah. And wanajua 90% will not come back. Or even the whole army will not come back. You know? And it was, sometimes it was unpleasant waiting, watching and knowing that Zulfa,
I may not come back.
you may not come back. And I might live a widower for the rest of my life. You know? That thing really pained those ladies.
You know, I'm told that alipokuwa prison, aliambia bibi yake, when I die, I would love for you, if you remarry, to still use my name, so that my legacy will. And she did that.
But she did not remarry.
She did remarry.
She did remarry.
Yes.
Oh.
And when she remarried, she used his name to name those children.
Yeah.
Hata kama bwanake ameomoa sasa, unaweza kataa?
Saizi?
Unakuwa like, because for your country, some things you just ni patriotic.
Yeah, patriotic. Yeah. So you are just like, yeah, I need to live with that, you know, as a father figure and as an understanding husband. You need to know, I married this, and she is a freedom fighter, you know, and as a freedom fighter, she is a hero, not just to me.
Remember when you're married to a police officer, ama to a doctor, you talk to a doctor, when he gets paid, hata kama ni saa 4 usiku ataenda. A police officer akiambiwa pale kumekuwa na shughuli fulani, mtu wa jeshi akiitwa kwenda, it's a thing you must be prepared. Mwizi.
There was once a time I dated a doctor. And it was kitambo, nikiwa shule. And the only problem was one. Nataka attention yake 24/7. But yeah. So I was like, nataka attention yake na nikimcall ako busy. Akichukua simu akisema hello, mlango inafunguliwa. Doctor, there is someone here, the patient wants to see you. And I was like, when will we ever talk like for 5 minutes? No.
Kama hajaambiwa aende.
Yeah.
Na lazima aende because they are hypocritic or lazima aende, can't let anyone die. Hata kama ni nani for you. Sawa, unless ukifanya ni mgonjwa all the time. Unaona?
Sasa the worst part ni hadi ukijifanya wewe ni mgonjwa, unaenda unapatana na nurse mwingine, anakuangalia anasema uko sawa, anakupima pima sijui nini, anakuambia you are okay. And you are like, when I want him to come and treat me or her to come and treat me, and they are like, no, we are the doctors, we are nurses too. So it was hard because, and I understand that is how the wives of the freedom fighters
felt. But they knew it was necessary.
Yeah.
They knew it was a necessary sacrifice. You will want warmth at night, but in few years your husband will be killed. So after this, I end up pigania dunia sahi. Yes, you want this person to come and cuddle you at night.
Yeah.
But he has the duty to fight for this because men were falling. Nilikuwa nakwambia jana, maybe that's why.
Yeah.
Sisi Kenya hakuna wanaume wengi. Maybe that's why.
Yeah, I told you the ratio is 1:7. So you can imagine one husband should marry 7 ladies. Two. So one man should have 7 wives. Can you imagine that? And with those 7 wives, they should make babies with them. How babies?
They used to go to the forest.
Yeah.
Have their conjugal rights there for forest.
Yeah.
nini, then you come back home, unabeba body yako nini.
Yeah.
Ikifika second day unaenda kwa forest, you know, because alikuwa kwa forest then Kimathi for a very long time.
Yeah.
Sawa?
Yeah.
And I think our viewers ambao tuangalia saa hii like what they understand.
Yeah. So, ikifika hapo ni pale unasemanga I have done my best. You know? I have done my best, and the only thing remaining is I leave all that to God. Because how do you
he fought to the last
yeah. He did his
but
best.
there's something that you don't know. Do you know after he was captured, kuna huyu general ambaye ilimwacha akuwe president. Sawa?
Yeah.
Kumwacha si atakuwa president, akuwe anamfuatilia. Alimwacha, if I die, you're going to be now the next general of the Mau Mau.
Yeah.
We don't talk about him, but if you see kuna video fulani Jomo Kenyatta after ameapishwa, kuna mtu fulani alikuwa anakaa chizi hapo kwa macho kubwa.
Yeah.
And I remember, you know, when I got by Mori, General by Mori.
Yeah.
Sawa? No, aliatwa sasa ateke of the nini. Akaambiwa na Dedan, do not let go of this country. Usikubali mpaka uache mzungu wa mwisho. Hakuna mzungu ana own land huku. And Kenyans own their land.
Yeah.
Even after Kenyatta was installed as the president, akutoka kwa forest, he continued to fight.
Yeah.
Imagine that's something that will come to cash later on.
Yeah.
But we don't know about that person. So we are going to know about General by Mori later.
Yes,
Sawa?
yes.
So to give us our last, we have like 10 minutes remaining.
Yeah.
So give us our last remarks, you know, anything that you want to tell us about, whatever, and then we can close up the show.
My dear viewers, as we go on 12th to deal to celebrate our, is it Jamhuri?
Jamhuri.
Yeah.
Let us be happy.
Jamhuri Day. Let's remember the people who fought for that Jamhuri
Who fought for
Day.
this country.
The people who made it possible
Yes.
for us to be free to the extent of celebrating such a day.
Tumekaa hapa Paradise Hub.
Yeah.
Tunakunywa tu, tunakula tu, tunatolewa vitu hapa.
Yeah.
Nini.
As we stay and as we live in this country, tujue those people really did it. Those people tuwakumbukange. And if you know a family of a freedom fighter, sometimes enda tu uambie thank you. Thank you for the sacrifice,
for the sacrifice
that you people and your family or your father did, you know. Waambie tu asante, because
they gave
it takes a lot of courage.
And kahune.
Yes, and knowing that, yes, I'll start fighting you, and we will never see eye to eye. I'll go hide while you will be free. And hapa ni kwetu na najificha.
Imagine kwetu. Imagine mtu akuja kwao nibianze kujificha.
You know, it takes a lot of courage.
Uanze kujificha, but you know it is necessary ujifiche ndio at least sufuria zako zibaki zako.
Yeah.
Imagine, like for example, let me tell you right now, as you know, right now I'm not living in my own space.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I love it because I'm living with family.
Yeah.
You know, but sometimes you need your own space.
Yeah, you need privacy, you know.
Be naked in your own house and just be like, you know, wacha nikae hapa nimejifunika dress na watch Netflix.
Yeah.
Unaona, unatoka tu some kama unajua hii language. There are some languages musambale.
Yeah.
Sawa?
Yes, that is
so
French.
You just want to be like that, yeah?
Musambale, yeah.
Yeah. And now you can't do it. But hiyo ni nyumba tu. Now imagine your own country.
Whereby kuamuka ni lazima kutembea pale hivyo.
Kipande system was ile.
Yeah, ile
in
kubwa.
Your own country.
I think my grandpa has that. Yeah, ako nayo, and he was like hii ndio tulikuwa tunavaa.
Oh my God.
Written the number.
Oh my God, no.
And I was like, how old are you? Like, why you born even in the 1800s? Because that thing looks old, and it's made of, is it wood?
So ni kama like ukiongea shule ukiongea kikamba.
Yeah, the monitor. The monitor. Yeah.
In your own country, you're a grown up, and it is like nilisikia ukisoma kitabu fulani inaitwa ya Muhammad Ali.
Yeah.
It was a very tense time. Kuna kitabu kama Muhammad Ali.
Yeah.
Let me look at the camera because it is a serious thing that I want to talk about. So anaona muda hapa natupa kisogo, tumekuwa hapa Paradise Hub. na tunashinda tukisisitiza sisi kama news, Kenya News Alert, we are ready to advertise for you anything that you want us, wherever uko pande zote za Kenya. There's a number ambayo iko pale kwenye screen yako, text pale, piga pale, say what you want. We shall speak to our executive producer and our team will get back to you. Sindio?
Yeah.
So we were talking, this is another show, about tunaipa nini, and I see people are, but then people are loving it, people are loving it, you know? Government and ministry, we need everything that we're going through right now is because maybe our parents didn't take the time to know our history and our government and how they correlate and how they make us people, you know. So we are going to teach you. We are going to start by learning. Tukisoma leo kuhusu Jomo Kenyatta, kesho tunasoma kuhusu Ruto. We compare them. So yesterday and today we have tackled Dedan Kimathi. Is the man, the brother, the son, the brother, the husband, the friend, the teacher, the soldier, you know,
the clerk.
Until the moment ulifika mahali alifika akakuwa like na wacha niingie kwa msitu nipige hao wazungu. Mau inamaanisha nini?
Mau. I can't lie around.
Kwani I forget, but I shall tell you tomorrow. But it's something about tokeni kwetu nendeni kwenu. Sawa? I remember my social study teacher told me that, but I'm forgetting. So my dear beautiful viewers of Kenya News Alert, you, a million of you, you know, thank you so much for subscribing, for sharing, for commenting. We have had a wonderful day eating and dining with the Paradise Hub. Tunasema kesho tupatane hapa wakati the same. Okay, tomorrow will be somewhere else, but wakati huo saa 9 to saa 10. Saa 9 to saa 10,
but different venue.
Leo kidogo muda tumesongeza, but ni pale tulikuwa tunajibamba tu nini. You know, and I will have to apologize for some technical errors that has happened. Unajua man is to error. So thank you. I've been your host, House of Zulfa. This is Government and History, and
I've been your co-host, Lewis Philip.
Thank you. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Ciao.